Here's a dog that came to me this morning, and she has fear aggression. And this fear aggression took place, I'm pretty sure, during the fear imprint period of the dog's life. And because of that, she has a problem with people. If dogs are not with people between the ages of 5 to 12 weeks, then they generally become aggressive towards other people. Skittishness to begin with, then the aggression kicks in because of the way we live with them. Because for the dog to be skittish is genetically normal, but what they learn to do with that genetic predisposition is where we come in. And so they become aggressive because we do submissive, subordinate things to a mind that is not balanced. And so when I touch her, I'm touching her around the mouth because, of course, that's where the muscle is going to come off. I want her to be used to me reaching in that area. And I want her to think that I'm helping and assisting her in taking this thing off. Usually when we reach for a dog, that's when most people are bitten, because we do a dominant thing by going into their territory, and then when we get there, we do something submissive. Like, oh, what a cute dog. And we reach in and then they bite. And so I'm closing the gap. The problem with this dog is if you can't close the gap, then they will never bond to you. And so this is closing the gap, having her right near to me, pulling on the muzzle, and at the same time massaging her, looking in her ear, looking at her eyes, all while I'm holding her muzzle, her mouth. Now, on this point, you can also pick them up. And we're looking for resistance, for her to say, oh, wait a minute, that's too much. And so let's see if she does that with me. I want to raise her up, just like this. And she's tensing. She's submitting. She says, well, that's too much. But the purpose here is, does she growl? Is she growling? No, she's not growling. And that's what I want. Now, I can smell her anal glands. But that's hormonally, she's becoming balanced. She's releasing that. Okay, so this is what I want. Now that I know that she's not growling, it's just a matter of fear. Then we can begin to work with other dogs, and I know that she's pretty much fine with other dogs, but I want to have her around other dogs to see if she behaves differently around me with other dogs. But right now I'm closing the gap, which is very important. And so, with that being said, and we know that this is fear aggression, it's not dominance aggression or subdominant aggressiveness, nor is she multi-layered. She has this fear, but she has learned how to become aggressive with this fear. And so I give her the freedom. And does she make a choice to stay by me? Yes, she does. And so I'm existing in the moment with her right now. This is what's necessary for this dog. Carry her through this emotional journey where she's feeling stressed, but then I'm the one to relieve the stress. And the stress being, of course, the muzzle. And in nature, stress is important for them to transition, to make it through bad times. They have to stress. They have to have the consequence of what they're dealing with, and they get through it so they learn to hormonally balance themselves. Okay? And that's what she's doing now. So I think that now we can go and introduce her to some dogs, and we'll start over. There's a few other things that I want to do with her that relate around me and her. Come on.